All right. Bungie has just dropped their newest update, fixing a whole slew of issues and bugs in Destiny 2, including the Malfeasance doing crazy damage and a nerf to Banner of War. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Destiny 2 update 7203. The first one is actually a really cool one. Trials of Osiris, match wins in Trials of Osiris now have a high chance to drop a non-adept Trials weapon, which sounds awesome. If you go into Trials, play, win, you're going to get some weapons for doing so. That sounds like a huge W. I definitely like that adjustment to Trials. I don't know where that came from. That came out of nowhere, but I love it. Let's do more of this, Bungie. Let's give people more loot and more weapons. I like that a lot. Next up, we have Crucible. Fix an issue where Shaxx's competitive Ascendant rank emblem was not updated to the new emblem in the Season of the Witch. So they finally fixed the comp emblem. This has been an issue that's been going on for a while. A lot of people will rejoice for that. Next up, we have seasonal content. Added a new armor set as ritual rewards. At the end of any Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit ritual playlist activity, players have a chance to earn a piece of this new set. So this is Bungie's apology for not giving us new ritual sets like they had promised in previous years to do so. Joe Blackburn came up and made the entire video explaining what happened and why it happened, and they said that they were going to give us this armor set, and so now here we go. This is an actual Eververse armor set being put into the playlist activities as an apology from Bungie for not giving us what they had promised in previous years. Next up, we have fix an issue where director level ritual challenges were not distributing exotic engrams, so you would end up doing your ritual stuff and you'd get legendary weapons and stuff, pinnacle drops rather, and you should be getting exotics, so they finally fixed that. Next, we have fix an issue where some players could not easily enter the Hive portal in the Season of the Witch wing of the Helm. This one's funny. If you just tried to sprint into it, you couldn't get into the portal for some bizarre reason, so you had to like slowly walk into it, so they have finally fixed that. Next, we have exotic rotator missions. Fix an issue where the Deepside exotic weapon was not being awarded from the Legend difficulty versions of the exotic missions. So normally, if you just jump in and do the Legend difficulty, apparently you wouldn't get the craftable DMT, the craftable Dead Messenger, or the Revision Zero, which is pretty funny. You had to do the lower tier of it and then go up to the Legend difficulty, but they've now fixed that. Fix an issue where players were not able to reach Archie due to lasers and non-functioning teleporter, so you can pet the dog. You can pet the dog now. That's a big one. We needed that W. UI updates. The seasonal submenu in the quest tab is now using the appropriate seasonal icon. Got it. Stacks of transmat effects do not split into individual items in player inventories now. Instead, they convert to one for players who have not previously logged into the game after Season of the Witch launched. And the apply to all shader bucket now adopts the same shader item ordering as that used by the shader socket of armor items. Got it. Some good UI changes there. Gameplay and investment. Abilities. Adjusted the description text for Weave Walk to correctly call out the use of melee energy. So when you do pop Weave Walk, it absorbs all of your melee energy. So it's in your best interest to have a ton of melee stacked up. And now it says that in the flavor text there. Next up, we have fix an issue that was causing multiple Banner of War effects to stack. This one is really interesting. And this might have been the reason why Banner of War has been so strong. We'll have to get in and adjust Banner of War and see what it's like now after this adjustment and after this nerf. And just how well it stacks or doesn't stack with other people using it. That's pretty crazy. We have armor and expressions. Reverted changes to the Luminous Void Shaders application on armor pieces. Got it. Fix an issue causing Malfeasance and Le Monarch to benefit from anti-champion artifact perks. So Malfeasance was benefiting from Overload Hand Cannon, and it shouldn't because it actually has an intrinsic Unstoppable built into it, and that's part of the reason why it was doing insane damage. And so now they finally fixed that, so Malfeasance won't be nearly as OP as it was previously. Next, we have anti-champion artifact perks. Should now all overcharge their respective weapon types in activities where that modifier is active. Note, Overload Machine Gun active perk description will not reflect this functionality. This will be addressed in a future patch. That's nice, that's good. Fix an issue causing the Festival Dance exotic emote to not perform the correct animations or effects. Good. Weapons and accessories, here we go. Disabled weapon crafting progression from base difficulty campaign mission completions, and adjusted kinetic tremors to take 14 bullets on trigger to submachine guns, so 14 now. So they're making it proc faster to give a buff to kinetic tremors because currently no one's really using that perk too much. So they're going to be adjusting the archetypes in a future release. So hopefully with the buff to kinetic tremors in the future, maybe it'll actually be a much more viable perk in PvE, PvP. Fix an interaction between Tessellation and Storm Trance that allowed players to shoot special shots more often than intended. So you could shoot infinite Tessellation shots if you're using Warlock Storm Trance. We covered this in a previous video, which is why you're subscribed to the channel, of course. And now they have finally fixed this. General fix an issue where the Anthology lore book pages were being unlocked early by listening to the same radio message on multiple characters. Got it. That's everything. That's the entire update. Let me know your thoughts down below. Smash the like button and make sure to click on the screen here to watch another video from this channel. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.